Hi everyone, this is Dustin Burrell with CIS 240 server class. We're doing activity 4-2, working with volumes and disk management in the installing and configuring Microsoft Windows Server 2012 R2 MCSA guidebook. So first thing you definitely need to have is just a 4.1 server. Log in as an administrator if you feel it's necessary. I already went ahead a little bit, but I'm going to get out of here so we can actually start from the beginning. Click here on Device Disk Task Manager. This is something that we downloaded in the first chapter. And then just go to your disk management. Actually, I'm going to go to Task Scheduler and then go to Disk Management. Just so it's kind of like I had to get here a little bit, you know. So the first thing we want to do is notice that disk 0 has two volumes. That would be disk volume, which is system reserved, and C right here, these two. These volumes contain the system and boot partitions for Windows, so make sure you don't make any changes to disk 0. Disk 1 and the new disk you install. Disk 2 are basic disk. As you see, they're both basic right here. Disk 1 contains the FAT32 volume you created in Chapter 1. Disk 2 contains the NTFS volume you just created. So first, let's right-click on the FAT32 basic disk. On this disk, to see the options you have for the volume. The options for extending and shrinking the volume are grayed out because these actions are actions required in NTFS or REFS volume. So on this, what we're going to do on the FAT32, we're going to delete the volume. As you see me delete the volume and it asks you to say yes or no, click yes and prompted to delete it. Now you can see that there's some unallocated space. So next you want to do is right click the NTFS volume right here. Scroll this down a little bit. As you're looking at the options that it gives you for working with this volume, because it's a basic disk, if you choose an option not supported by a basic disk, you're prompted to convert the disk to dynamic. Right click the NTFS volume again if necessary. This time we're going to extend the volume. In the extend volume wizard welcome window, click next. Okay, let's see here. In the select disk window, you can add disk to extend to if you want. If you do so, you're prompted to convert the disk to dynamic because basic disk don't support extending to other disks. Disk banning basically. In the select amount of space in megabytes text box, type 10,000. Which makes the volume 30 gigabytes. Click next. Oh, yeah, let's see here. I've already done this, so I have to just cancel out of it. Unless I... Yeah. Okay. We're good on that. This has already been done on that part. So, in disk management, right click NTS volume again. This time we're going to shrink the volume. In the entered amount space to shrink in megabytes, we're going to hit 10,000. Okay. And then we're going to hit shrink. And as you can see, it dropped down. Normally it's supposed to take it down to 30 gigabytes to 20 gigabytes. For some reason I'm still at 30. So let's see if I shrink it. Hold on here. Let's try to shrink it some more. See if I can figure this out. Let's shrink it 15. 15,000. See where that takes it. Hey, it got us closer. Since we're still guessing, let's get it down. Let's say 12,000. I'm totally just guessing and checking on this. Nope, that wasn't it either. Okay. Oh, I know why. I need to extend some back. There we go. Oh, it's on disk 2. So let's add back 20,000. See what that does. 23. Hey, close enough. I'm trying here. Now we gotta right click this again, and it's gonna want us to add it to the mirror. I've done something wrong. I'm not sure what it is, but I haven't had add mirror show up once. In the add mirror dialog box, click disk 1. But no matter what disk I go to, whether it's basic, dynamic, I can't get a single I just can't get anything to pop up for add mirror. I can here, but I don't want to do it on this one because it told me not to mess with it. But I tell you what I can do. I'll click in here, and let's say we would pick disk 1, right? And then you would add the mirror. The disk manage message states that the disk will be converted to dynamic disk if you continue. So, okay, you cannot mirror to continued boot volume. It won't even let me do it. But that's just showing you how that works. Right click on disk 2. Notice the options you have working with the disk. The option for creating a RAID 5 volume is grayed out because you need at least 3 disks with available space for this configuration. The option to convert to MBR is grayed out because you need to delete existing volumes first. Click Convert to Dynamic Disk. And what's this? Disk 1? Okay, so yeah, this is disk 2. Okay. So now we're converting disk 2 to a dynamic disk. Yes, we want to convert it to a dynamic disk. See that? Switch from a dynamic disk. The volume label changes from blue in the convert dynamic disk dialog box. You have the option to convert more than one. The color of the volume label changes from blue to green to indicate it's now a simple volume rather than a primary partition. Right click the NTSFS volume again. See if we can go to add mirror. It's not allowing me again. But as I said, I'll just show you on here again, add mirror. We would want disk 1. Try to add it. It's not going to let us because number 1's not supposed to be messed with, or disk 0. Okay. So the volume label changes color to red, indicated a mirrored volume. These would all be red if it was a mirrored volume. A status message states that resyncing copying information from the primary disk to the mirrored disk is taking place and shows the percentage disk. Disk 1 now has volume name NTFS, volume assigned the letter H. Close the MMC and click yes to save changes. And that is all for this activity. For some reason I cannot get these mirrored together. But if you get these mirrored together, all your boxes and labels should, your NTSF volumes should both turn red. So I'll try one more thing. If I convert this to a dynamic disk, I should be able to get both of these mirrored somehow. That's another way you can do new mirrored volume. Since they're both dynamic. Let's check that out for a second. Do that NTSF. Next. Finish. See what that does. Alright guys, so that is the end of the video. I was just trying to troubleshoot my issue. I am not going to spend any more time figuring that out. Oh, actually, yep, there we go. I just did it. Wow, I did it the way that the book didn't want me to do it, but I wanted to at least show you what mirrored formatting looks like. Well, I guess I'll let my instructor decide on how informative my video might have been tonight. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. You have a good night, and I'll see you on Lab on Friday.